can't remember exactly what I posted lately, but I've been through some crazy shit the last few days. First of all, I ended up fucking, if anybody doesn't know yet, I ended up just taking off on a whim with no plan, no clothes. I left my home of Crosby and fucking just planned on going somewhere right outside of town. I missed the turn and I said fuck it, kept going. This might be a long video, by the way. Whatever. But anyway, fuck. So, yeah, middle of the night, decided to fucking keep driving. Got to Williston. Planned on hopping on the train, leaving my car there. Financial problems. I only had personal checks. I didn't want to go back to Crosby, so I ended up missing the train basically, and I just said fuck it. So I just, no map, nothing, I decided to head west. So I headed west, stopped at a few places, met a cool guy at a casino. They're like him and god dang it, can't quite remember his name right now, but I can fucking remember him. Met him and another cool guy that was just chilling in there. They were both very friendly, kind of people I like to meet. Couldn't stay long, so I kept on driving. So I get down the road, I don't even really know where I'm at. Stopped in at a gas station for gas, I think, and I kind of asked about if they had like a tire thing. My tires were low. I didn't get five. She said, yeah, there's one right on the side, go ahead and use it, it's free. So yeah, of course my stupid ass didn't go for the tires, didn't go for the air pressure. Fucking 2 miles down the road, 3, 4, 5 miles down the road, didn't use the pump, and popped a fucking tire. So I'm out there waving around. Fucking couldn't get nobody to stop. I had fucking blinky shit. Nobody stopped for a long time. Turns out I'm on the, I'm not sure the exact name of it, but I was just outside of Poplar, Montana, Indian reservation. From what everybody seems to think, that it's not the right place for the white man, apparently. What I get told. Well, God, I should have done my research on all the people I met, because I'm bad with names, but there was 4 pretty nice people from, I don't even think they're from Poplar, they were just traveling through or something. But they stopped, they're wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I'm traveling, got a flat fucking tire, not really any money, so I traded them a mini fridge that my good friend Woody decided to put in my car without telling me. I traded them a mini fridge for a jack. I had a jack stand. So that happened. I let them get on their way. They seemed to be like, I mean, they were doing shit. They were like, look at this fucking guy. So I let them get on their way. I had enough tools. I have the know-how to change a tire. They were busy. So I let them do their thing. Pretty soon after that, I don't know who exactly called the tribal police, but a lady cop come by. I've got her name written down too, but I can't remember it right now. I actually got the warning from her, but she stopped. She was wondering what I was doing. I told her what I was doing. I almost wish I had the video of her pulling me over. But basically, I had some flowers in the back for other reasons. Well, for a reason like that. So after she was about to leave, I asked her if she wanted some flowers. She was very reluctant. I gave her these flowers. I think they're purple daisies. But at least I hope I made her day, because as she was getting back into her car, or into her police vehicle, I told her, I hope you water those flowers, please. And I bet she kept them. I hope she kept them. But I saw her smiling like a son of a gun, which made me feel good about it. But anyway, after that, I get my donut on. Fucking, I go through Poplar, Montana, go to air up my other tires that are shit. Run into some other gal that was airing her tires up. Started talking to her. I'm a social guy, but I'm in the middle of the res, and not everybody trusts a guy like me going through there, you know what I mean? So basically, another guy that had her back, of course he knew her. I didn't know her or him. He was a little bit sketchy. I was a sketchy looking son of a bitch running through town. But he stopped. He didn't know what to think of me. I tried to be cool and all that shit. I had no problems anywhere. But yeah, basically, that happened. I was stealing a cell phone charge. And yeah, kept going, fucking 3 miles down the road. I ended up popping my donut. Shouldn't have been going 25. Didn't get more than 5 miles down the road. Thankfully I broke down right in front of a fucking junkyard. I don't know anybody's names, because I wrote people's names down that have been helping me out. And yeah, broke down in front of the junkyard. The next day, I slept in my car in front of a church because of reasons. And yeah, basically, sorry, I didn't plan this video out, anybody, but I'm just driving, don't have service, don't have music, so. But basically, spent the day in Poplar, Montana with no money. All I have is personal checks. There's no easy way anymore to transfer money at a bank when you're not. It's just retarded annoying. So yeah, I basically walked down to the junkyard when I woke up the next day, after my tire poppage and all this fun stuff. Yeah, it was a very delightful experience, by the way. And yeah, I walked down to this guy's place, asked him about tires and told him my situation. Asked him for a ride. He didn't know me. I didn't have any money. Told him I needed to go to the bank. He was not willing to give me a ride to the bank. It's 2 miles out of Poplar, Montana. Basically, I walked my happy ass down the road. Whatever, at this point, I'm not really I'm not really expecting people to pick me up anymore. So, walked down to Poplar, walked through the town. Basically, I spent the whole entire day in Poplar, Montana. I talked to the sheriff after a while just to let him know what the fuck I'm trying to do. By the way, if nobody knew, what I'm trying to do is travel where I haven't been, and the most important part is visit my grandma, because I love my grandma, She lives in Arizona, and I live in Crosby, North Dakota. She's not doing the best ever. She's a strong lady, but I want to see her. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm stuck in this town of Poplar, Montana. I got no money. Don't even have a charge on my phone. Having a lot of issues with that. And worst of all, I couldn't get money transferred to my bank. Just a big old headache. Finally, I met lots of great people in this town. I didn't have trouble with anybody that wasn't understandable. The one guy I did have trouble with was in the middle of the night. He saw me talking to some chick because I was being friendly, like I try to be to everyone, but he probably took it the wrong way, like, this guy's trying to hit on, I don't know who he was to her, but maybe he's thinking, this guy's trying to hit on my woman, might have to kick this guy's ass. And he wasn't, I can't remember his name either. I got his name, but fuck. He was not liking me. He probably still don't like me because I didn't talk to him ever again after that. But I basically kept on my way down the road with my donut on. So basically, I eventually was around this town. Fucking, god damn it. I need to script this out, I think. But yeah, fuck. Mind is racing. Crazy days. Anyway, I finally got money. Finally went back to that junkyard, walked my happy ass a couple miles up the road to get these tires for my New Yorker, Chrysler New Yorker, my grandparents' old car. I was trying to reunite the New Yorker with my grandma. So I get these tires, tell this guy my whole story, what I'm doing. And he gave me a good deal. If anybody's ever in Poplar, Montana, and if you're cool, those people will be cool with you, but if you're not, I hear it's not the fucking best place to be. From what I've seen, there's a lot of good people. I actually met a couple gals that tried. The one lady tried to sell me a cigarette for 50 cents. And I told her, I'll give you a cigarette. You can sell it for 50 cents if you need money that bad, but I'm broke. You know, at this time I had absolutely no money on me. Except for checkbooks. I guess I could have wrote them a check. But in this day and age, you can't do shit with a checkbook. God damn it, I'm going in different directions. Oh yeah, one of the most important things to happen to me the whole time I was there was I walked into a place as I had no money. I think it was called I'm not sure the name, but it was a trading post. Which, back in the way back day, probably when the fucking white man was first coming through America, they used to barter and trade with the natives. The natives helped out us a lot more than we helped out them, because we all know history. We pretty much fucked up the natives in a really bad way. And that's why there is definitely hate from the Native Americans on our side, which is understandable. I've got nothing to do with that. I am also a Native American because I was born here. It was their land originally. Actually, I bought this hat in Poplar, Montana, Native Pride. I consider, after my experience there, a native. Because I spent the night on that reservation, and 95% of them treated me as a fellow, not as a fellow native, but they were not treating me like I was a piece of shit, which I'm sure most they wouldn't treat most people like they treated me because I'm a real motherfucker. I try not to get in problems with anybody. Jesus is 15 minutes long. I bet nobody's listening to this. I can tell my deepest, darkest secrets. I once pooped behind the elementary school in Crosby, North Dakota. But nobody knows because nobody's watching. When I was like 5 or 6. Okay, I'm running away with it again. But basically, this cross right here, I walked into this trading post and a man named Mr. Whitefeather. It's either I think it's J Whitefeather, or no, White Tail Feather, or something like that. J Whitetail or J Whitetail Feather or something whitetail for sure. Indians have the coolest names. I met a Yellowhammer. God dang, I met a bunch of cool people there. But basically, I bought that cross, American flag cross. I told them what I'm doing. I love my country. I love people. I love natives now. I loved them before, but I didn't really know too many. I knew a lot, but I've never been on a reservation, chilling, stranded, getting to know the people. This is a Halloween, by the way. I was running around. And that man, I'll just call him Mr. Whitetail, because I know that's a for sure thing. I know that's part of his name. He told me he was 87 years old, and I told him my story, and I had just, when I walked back in to actually buy something, he could smell the booze on my breath. Turns out he didn't think I had any money still, because the first time I walked in I didn't have any money. I was just curious on what was in there. But basically it was just him when I came back, and me and him talked for about 20 minutes, and I told him what was going on with me. He told me that I should, what I need is a Bible. I told him I've read the entire Bible. I'm not the most religious person ever, if anybody watching this knows me. But so I went and looked through the stuff, and the first thing I seen was that American flag cross. And I didn't hesitate. I'm like, yeah, I want to buy that. It was $25, I think. It didn't matter what it cost, because that cross, American flag cross, is coming with me. It's coming with me all the way on my journey across America, and that was handmade by people that know how to make that stuff. Some very fine people. I actually asked him who made it, and he didn't really tell me, because he probably didn't know exactly who made it. But he said a prayer for me. I've had a prayer done, but this man, I didn't realize it, but he's the priest of that town, or priest, preacher, father. He's a religious figure in the town, and it was not, I tell you what, it was not a bullshit prayer. I closed my eyes, I listened to every word of it, and I don't know, I think that'll help me on my journey more than anything will. I ain't gonna say the whole thing he said, but basically, one thing he did say was, keep hope and faith in this man's heart across his journey. It's kind of that's kind of a shortened up version of it. And I took what that man said to heart, because anybody of a certain age that's been through things, that's much older than somebody, really knows what the fuck they're talking about. More than us young people. Young people think they know. They don't know fucking nothing. I don't fucking know nothing. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to learn and be good to the American people, and possibly spread a good word because I've been through some shit that basically made me lose my faith in humanity. Nobody knows what I'm doing. Family members are so worried about me because I've been in the middle of nowhere without service, can't talk to nobody. I left without any warning to anyone. Nobody knew I was leaving. Nobody. I didn't tell fucking nobody. And basically, I was going through a really tough time, which everybody does. I didn't know how to cope with it. Basically, I don't know, I could have lost a couple friends in this process. It sucks. I mean, I was halfway going nuts. Too much stress. Possibly lost, I'm not gonna lie, one girl I love that's probably ruined forever. It is what it is. I mean, she probably deserves better than what I have to offer anyway, but whatever. That is, yeah, shit happens. I'll get over it as long as she can forgive me. I might have said some hurtful things in the moment. Everybody knows how that goes. You're mad at situations, and you just let some shit slip that you didn't really mean it. I mean, you meant it at the time, but it sucks. Whatever, I'm gonna stop dwelling on that. Basically I got on the road, and the whole point of this whole thing is to kind of explain what I've been through lately. A lot of bad luck, a lot of good luck, because if I'm slowly regaining faith. I almost was getting at the point of being an atheist until that happened. Now I'm starting to believe in the higher power a little bit more than I already did. I always knew in my heart there had to have been something. I mean, who knows? We don't fucking know what there really is, but I personally think at this point that there's gotta be a higher up. There can't not be a higher power, because life is too damn crazy. I know there's bullshit that happens, but it's hard justifying it without proof. But I don't know. Certain things, miracles happen. Miracles can be proven in science, but you can't prove anything of how a person feels and the people you meet. You cannot prove that. There's no proof, and that's why they call it faith, because there's no proof at all. You just have to have faith. Fucking over 20 minutes now. I'm sorry if anybody's even still watching this. Let me tell you another secret. Try to think of a good one. Something I can say without getting arrested. Shit. I've never done anything illegal ever. But, nothing bad. Alright, fine. I'll admit something illegal I did. Statute of limitations, right? I think when I was 6, I stole some gummy bears from a convenience store. But my mom caught me and I had to go return them. I was crying like a little bitch, I think. But basically, I better fucking cut this off. Because this was like 3 days ago. I got another video to make, I suppose. But basically, God bless America. I love my country. Driving down the road, Declaration of Independence. Everybody should carry one of these. I've been a dirty hobo lately, but for the most part, like Donald Trump said, let's make America again. If anybody takes anything I've said here to heart, if anybody really cares about their fellow man, which not a lot of Americans do. They say they do, but they're not willing to really stop and fucking help somebody. You know, I've been through that three times in the last couple weeks, and it was never the first person to stop. No, never the first person to see me, not once. But the people that finally did stop, those are the people that I want to know. Because I know personally, if I saw somebody on the side of the road, I would stop and help, no matter what. Well, I mean, if they had a chainsaw or something, and I'm sure some of those people the first time, when I was running at their car in the middle of the road, I don't know, I could catch a charge for that, but I mean, that's how long it took, an hour and 45 minutes on the side of the fucking road, stranded. No, I mean, I wasn't stranded because I just quit my job, but I wasn't going to go back and fucking ask them for help after I quit my job. Long story. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna quit this video. We'll see you guys. Much love to everybody. I'm sure nobody's hearing this 26 minutes long. Fucking might as well hope you made some popcorn for this shit. Nobody even cares. Alright. Hang loose. Devil horns. Rocker handshake. See ya.